two. So a two-possession ball game. Minute to go here from Michelob Ultra Arena.
Oh, she traveled.
Traveling violation. Cloud knew it. And the turnover for the Mercury.
You're solid right here. If you're Phoenix, you got to get a stop right. You got to make sure you offensive rebound. And Becky Hammond counters with a bigger lineup on the floor with A'ja Wilson and Kia Stokes the last part of this game.
Single digits now on the shot clock. Over to Alicia Clark in the corner for three. Bounces off the rim. And spending one of two timeouts remaining for Phoenix. They're going to talk it over. So timeout remaining. And so if you're Phoenix and you're Nate Tippett, what are you drawing up here?
Well, you're staying with your 5-out offense because you got 5 3-point shooters on the floor. And I think you try to get a piece of the paint and spray. I think if you can get Diana Taurasi on a kick out, or if you run that pass-through action with Copper and Cloud, that has worked as well. Let's see if Becky Hammond stays this defensive possession with the big lineup, because I would anticipate them switching on everything. So if that's the case, I would put Kia Stokes and A'ja Wilson in some screening action, bigs and littles, and try to get that switch. A couple things to consider. There's a lot to consider here. We're in the first game. The game has been outstanding. It looked like it was going to be a Vegas blowout in the first quarter. A'ja Wilson had 17 first quarter points. In the second quarter, Phoenix countered with threes that made it just a couple possession game at the half. And then all of a sudden, wow, what a competitive second half it's been. Adjustments on both sides. Jackie Young, a tremendous downhill driver. And Becky Hammond is going to stay with the big lineup.
Copper to inbound the basketball, finds Cunningham. Diana Taurasi off the mark from three. Jackie Young grabs the rebound, falling to the floor, gets it out to Clark.
And you got a foul. Oh, you get a 10, you get the 8-second count.
The 8-second backcourt violation for the Aces. Meanwhile, Diana Taurasi, who was down underneath the basket, appears to be in pain. And
what a scramble there. What an incredible scramble. Becky Hammond's like, what just happened? Diana Taurasi, first of all, had a great look. It was a great play. Taurasi trying to shake it off right here.
So here in the scrum going down and just falling hard to the floor. She's back up, ready to inbound it right in front of us. Copper steps through but can't finish
Got a foul.
at the hoop, and got to quickly foul, and does so. That was a bucket that we know Kalia Copper to make. Just left it short, needed that bucket there.
I think what we've witnessed here in the last couple minutes is the way the W is going to go all season. The league is so competitive. Late game execution, no game slippage. Can you put game pressure on the home team or the team that's favored? It's going to be like this all season. I think that's how good the league is.
And for the Aces, obviously, so much talk around, can they three-peat, targets on their back. They know that they're going to get everyone's best shot, and the Mercury certainly came in here and pushed them in game one of the season as Phoenix spending their final timeout.
I mean, Phoenix had their opportunities. Taurasi on that dribble handoff had a great look. Copper, when they get the ball back after an 8-second count, they had some chances. But only one team came in here last year and won. This is a very tough environment to come into.
But if you're Nate Tippett, you've got to feel encouraged by what you've seen from this group here tonight. Well, Saturday on ABC, Caitlin Clark and the Fever are going to be in New York to take on the Liberty at 1 Eastern. Then the Aces host the Sparks coverage tips with WNBA Countdown at 12:30 Eastern. Well, the eyes will continue to follow the #1 overall pick in Caitlin Clark throughout the season. NCAA's all-time leading scorer. And just one of those special talents who has revolutionized and changed the game. So much fun is here on the inbound. Is Copper, 13.4 seconds remaining. Got to get a quick bucket, instead loses the handle, fouls Young, and that's gonna all but do it. So Phoenix, as you mentioned, had their chances, not able to execute down the stretch. And one of the ways that the Aces have helped to keep an arm's distance from the Mercury is their trips to the free throw line. This quarter alone, 16 of 17 from the charity stripe, but it's been the second half effort of Jackie Young, and that's what makes this Aces team so dangerous. You have to pick your poison with whom you're gonna stop, and they've always got the next player up. And that does it. The two-time defending champion on their ring ceremony night. And hanging the banner aside, Michelob Ultra Arena wins this one 89-80 in the season opener over the Phoenix Mercury. What a performance by that woman, and A'ja Wilson, a valiant one on the other side for Diana Taurasi. As this game ends 89-80. Debbie, quick thoughts.
Well, I think Vegas had enough game pressure on them to have some attention from Becky Hammond in practice. I think it's going to be good that they get the W. They are on their way to their back-to-back-to-back. Opportunity coming in here is not going to be easy. A'ja Wilson definitely has to remain the focal point of everything they do on the offensive end. She is by far their best player, their most efficient player tonight.
30 points tonight for A'ja Wilson, as you see her talking to the team, rallying the troop. We heard her tell Angel Gray earlier, hey, I've got to hold my team accountable. We've got to do better. And now she's